So welcome to the instructional handover video for this Burstner T625 Harmony edition. This is based on a 2003 model, and I'll run you around the outside and inside of how to use it. So we're based on the Fiat cab. We've got the Omnister awning, so I'll send you a separate video of how to use the awning. We've got a slide window, which I'll show you how to operate inside, and then your habitation door. This works manually with the key, so we'll need to put the key in to open and close that. Behind that we have got the Truma boiler vent. Now there isn't a cover on this model, so just be careful, it does get warm and heat will come out of there. Behind that we've got the locker area, and again on the Burstner you've got one key that operates and opens most of the lockers area. Inside here the vehicle will come with a pack, and you have got a little winding pole down there for the rear steadies, and we've got a mounted aerial point just up there, as well as storage underneath the bed. Your carpets are wrapped in there for you as well. So it is a fully locking area, so it'll lock with the centre lock just there. The steadies are underneath and just wind down through them little ports there. The back of the vehicle, we've got a tow bar, so a protector bar in all honesty on that side of it. We've got your bike racks, so this is an Omnister bike rack just mounted there, and an opening window there. There's ladders to gain access up onto there, and they're a split ladder. And then again on this side we've got mounting points for the rear steadies, which are just located underneath there as well for you. Behind that we've got the toilet. Press the two buttons, the top one being a lockable one, and that is where you will find your toilet. Just lift up the little handle here, the yellow handle, slide it out. Now the toilet's got to be in the right position for this to slide out. We remove the little yellow cap and then use the little button there to release the vacuum when emptying. Clean it out, slide it back in, and just sit it just in place, just there. Again, when you're moving away, make sure that that's locked up for you. We've got your mains plug-in point for your mains electric, so you'll see that it's plugged in just like that. And then forward of that we've got your gas locker, which will house two bottles, and you've got your regulator just up there. Below that we have your drain for your wastewater, and you simply twist the handle to empty the wastewater out of the pipe there. This is any water that goes down from your sinks and your shower area. To fill up the fresh water, you remove the filler cap, and you do that with there's one key that does all the items on the Burstner. There's two of them, so just pop that in there, twist it, take the cap out and fill it up. Once it's full, it will overflow out of there to enable you to tell you when that tank is fully full to the capacity. There's a level sensor inside, and there's also a fill drain button that you'll need to make sure is in place when you do that as well. To the front we've got the folding mirrors, so they're just folding manually, and here in front of the light we've got the diesel point. This is a diesel based engine. To do the bonnet you'll need to just do the switches underneath the cab area here, so you'll find them located just down here. So that is then your bonnet release catch. It does show you a little picture, and then you've got your steering wheel adjuster, which is just there. The van has electric operated windows and mirrors, which you just turn it to the desired one and then move it up and down, and that will operate the mirrors on the actual vehicle itself. Underneath the bonnet you can just find that just above the Fiat badge here, so just lift up the little lever here. That will then show you where your battery is located for the cab, where your oil and your dipstick, so the two yellow little fixtures there. And then we've got your screen wash, which is just located just here. To close it, just let it firmly close just like that. So that's the outside done. Let's move on inside, and we can show you how to operate the items inside the vehicle. So again, use the key, that will open the door. We've got a blind on here as well, and a fly screen on the top. So inside the vehicle, above the door we've got your main control panels. So starting from the right, we've got an indicator to tell us that we're plugged into mains. We've then got a button at the side of it which will allow the 12 volt items to work within the vehicles, i.e. the lights and 12 volt sockets. we've got a pump which is here, so you'll need to turn it on and then turn it off. Only turn this on when you've got fresh water in the tank, so just be careful of that. And then to the side of that is your thermostat for your heating. On this side of it here, we've got then your controls for the leisure battery and habitation battery indicators. We've then got your tank, they're empty at the minute, for your fresh upwards, and down is for your wastewater tank. We have got then an hour time indicator on here for you. If you want that on, then you can switch it on, leave it on, it'll come back on. And then a temperature option just there. That's your main switches that you'll need to operate the items in the vehicle. The lights themselves, a lot of them will just turn on and off with the varying switches throughout the vehicle. We've also got a switch here which operates a couple of the lights towards the rear of the vehicle. You'll see it coming on just in the cupboard there. That's your awning light. And then you've got your big centre light one just in there. You will see there are several lights dotted around the vehicle, which can just be found to turn on and off the lights in the varying areas around the vehicle. So you'll see there's another couple there. And then going into the bathroom area, there's also one just located underneath here. So a little tricky one that will turn off that light just above. We've also got a 12 volt socket in this area if you want any of the appliances to work off the 12 volt side of it. So on the water side of it then, we have got here underneath the seat both the access to the freshwater tank. And what you'll need to do is when you're filling up the water, on the bottom of the tank here, you'll see there's a little plug. So can you see it just in the bottom of the tank? The plug on the end of the cap will fit into that little bung area there. Once it's secured, twist the lid, and then that will allow you then to fill up that fresh water tank, which is located underneath there for the water then to work. What you'll need to do is once that's full, is come over to the control panel, put your pump on, come then to the taps, and each of the taps have an indicator on the top. So you'll need to turn it to hot and open up that tap. So that will pull the water through the actual freshwater tank, through the taps and into the boiler area. So what we'll also need to do is we'll need to find the boiler. So the boiler is located underneath the bed. Now at the bottom here we've got two items. We've got a little yellow toggle valve that we'll just see at the top, just there. So just here we'll see a little yellow toggle valve. Now at the minute it's in the horizontal position, so it's pointing up. What you'll need to do is flick that down so it is across and allows it just like this. So once it's horizontal, it'll allow you to fill up the water. Once it's vertical, it will drain the water out of the boiler. What we've also got to do is this little unit here is called the frost protection valve, and it has a diamond. So when it's pointing front to back, it is emptying, but we need to twist it across the vehicle, and then just at the front, down at the bottom, there's a little push button. A bit hard for you to see on the video, but I will show you on another easier model when you come on the day. But when it's across like that and the button's pressed in and the yellow little toggle valve is down, that will allow you then to fill up the boiler. Yeah. So that is in the usable position as we speak at the moment. So once we've pulled it across and we put the tap on, water will come through here and it will spit and spurt out of the tap. You want to run that until you get a continual stream of water coming out of it. Then go and do the same in the bathroom area, in here, and then that will pull through any airlocks on the actual water system. At that point then you're all right to go then to the heater controls, which I'll come on to in a minute, and that will explain how to do that. So that's your hot water. On the heating side of it, let's do that next for you. We have got 4 options on the main control panel here. So we've got 40 degrees upwards, and again you twist the outer little sleeve. Try not to do this if you've not got water in it, but you twist the outer sleeve. The 40 degrees is water only on 40. Turn it up again, it's water only on 60 degrees. The circle is off, Then down one is your heating only. So again, flick it there, it's your heating only. And then down underneath that is your heating and your hot water. You can put your heating on without having water in there, but don't put the water on without having water in your boiler, guys. So with your heating here, you then want to flick it and turn the heater up. You turn the middle dial. So 9 being the warmest, 1 being the actual coldest. So that's your thermostat that you want to turn down if you want to cool it down. Turn it down to 1 or turn it off. If you want to heat it up, then you'll need to turn it up in the middle dial, allowing you to do it. And again, just deciding whether you want to do heating only, whether you want to do heating and hot water, or whether you just want to do hot water only. So that is that option. That's your main heater controls for the boiler and the heating of the vehicle. You do have an auxiliary option for heating the water, and that is just here. So when you're on electric only, you'd flick that down and that will illuminate once you've got your boiler running to give you the electric side of it. That is for your hot water. Yeah, so hot water switch separately there. Main control panel for your gas operation for your heating is just there. Like I say, you can see as well that there is a bit of storage there. There's a little point for you to push it into. When you're releasing it down, just release off that, and then that will nice and gently sit down there and allow the bed area just to be used again. We've got a TV bracket and an aerial. You'll need to turn the little switch on for the aerial. You'll see that there's a little indicator on the front to tell you that you're getting a signal, and then you can slide that away to be nice and neat if you're wanting to do that. On the window catchers, you'll need to turn that little handle, and then that will allow the window cap to open up. Pull it back down, and then in transit, make sure that that is locked in place in transit just there. You've got a blind on there as well. All the areas simply just pull towards you to open up. Again, on these ones, just make sure you do one side before you then pull the other side. Again, we've got plenty of storage there. And we've got the fly screens. And then pinch the two together, just like that. And then that will allow you then to either have your blind all the way up, partly down, or your fly screen all the way down. They're the same on all the windows around the vehicle. So that's nice and easy to remember how to do that. Light switch there to turn off the lights for the beds. Into the bathroom area, we've got a separate shower area. And again, you've got your little mixer tap there, so you can turn it up or down. You've got your toilet and a flush button here. So the flush is being the blue button. That's fed from your fresh water tank and an indicator to tell you that it's full. So I mentioned about the blade valve. So this is this little valve here. Now, to have it open, you pull it towards the front of the vehicle. To close it, you pull it towards the back. Now, it's got to be closed for you to be able to use and pull out the toilet cassette itself. So just remember that one. The toilet itself will swivel round, so you can use it in any position you want. And then we've got some storage underneath here, and a push button storage here. So just make sure that that's pushed in for transit when you're moving along. Again, same idea with your fly screens and your blinds. Bit of privacy in there. It is frosted though as well, so you have privacy naturally anyway. Make sure that that's pressed in when you're travelling along, and same with the rest of the catches. Your awning pull is located just there, and then at the bottom here we have your main RCD box. Now the little white switch at the top is your test button, so if you don't think you're getting power to the vehicle, press that button and that will flip the actual RCD breakers down. If you press that button and nothing happens, then I would check your power coming into the vehicle. More than likely a problem with the post or maybe the mains cable that you're plugging in with. In front of that then, we've got your 3-burner hobs. You'll need a little igniter to light these, but basically pretty straight, self-explanatory. We've got a dial that turns, presses in and turns the gas on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just make sure that you allow that to cool before you then try and close the actual lid itself. All the windows literally just open up, and then gently out will just hold in place. Further out will hold in. You've just got to be a little bit gentle with it, and then all the way up to the top to close it all the way back down. One thing that you do need to bear in mind is if you park next to close to a wall or somewhere at storage, Just be careful opening them windows because you'll have to move the vehicle then to close it again. Above that, we've got a 12-volt socket and a main socket. Now you'll just need an adapter on that. It's a Euro one with it being a German vehicle. So just put a normal sort of 13-pin adapter in that, and then that will allow that to work quite simply on that side of it. Plenty of storage throughout the vehicle. Again, just making sure that they're clipped in place before your onward travels. Again, just that. And then that takes us to the front of the vehicle, where we've got then again big opening cupboards, just that, and same just in this front area here. The seats are swivel seats, so the swivels are on the actual outside or inside as if they're facing towards, and they just push towards you and allow the seats to swivel round. So that's there. The table is an extendable table. It will lock in place just there, and it does have the extender bars that come out to enable everybody in that area then to eat quite comfortably. When you're in transit, you'll see that the little screw will lock into the point on the floor there, and that's where it's best to be when the vehicle is moving. Seat belts are located just behind the seats, so if you want to use them, then it's just there. There's one on this side and one on the other. If you're not using them, you can put them away so it's nice and comfortable just like that for you. Above the cab, again, we've got some more usable pocket storage. Again, we're making sure that these are pressed in place before you then travel away. Same on this side of it. The curtain, which can be drawn to give you privacy in the evening, just unvelcro it from the fittings there. So, the bed. I'll show you how to make the bed. Always start these pretty easily. You've got what's called a sort of a camel table, which basically folds down and will act in the lower position to make up that bed. So I'll show you that first of all. So on the table frame here, you have a little button that slides, and that will allow you to adjust the height of the table. You'll see it's at the smaller position here, and you'll see now that the extender bars are out, so that we've got a secured footing for when this goes down as a lower bed area. I always find it easier demoing the bed with all the cushions out of the way. So you'll see that we've got it in the smaller position then. And then this area here then sort of rock and rolls down, and we'll formulate then the base of the bed. The cushions go like so. And there is our cushion. So we've got the base of the seat for the side seat, the back of the seat, the make-up cushion seat, so it's a split cushion that goes there and it goes over the seat belts, and then the bottom of the actual seat that you sit on for that travelling. So that's the seats made up there. On putting this seat back, you lift it up and then slide it back, and it will then store in place. So you can utilise all the storage that you've got underneath that side seat. In the cab area, we've got your CD radio. It's 5-speed gearbox with reverse. We've got some charging points and storage here. We've got your vents buttons just there. We've got a storage area and a lockable glove box. And then we've got the toolkit that's supplied with the vehicle just there. But that pretty much concludes the instructional video on this Burstner T625. I'm going to show you how to use the fridge and the oven. So again, the oven's got a grill function, so press that up to pull it down. So we've got the grill option to the right, and it's either on or off. To the left, we've got the actual cooker unit, and then in the middle position, line up the two offs, and that is off. So that is your cooking facilities. The fridge, we've got off, mains, battery when the vehicle is running. So this only works when you're in transit and you're running. Or we've got gas, and to get your gas going, you'll just need to press that in until that lights up, and then once you've got your gas turned on, that will allow the system to just light on gas. On most times, if you're going onto electric, just flick it to there and then just open up the unit. You'll see there you've got a cooling area in there as well for a freezer, as well as a fridge area there. Just remember, when you're finished, just turn it off, just like that, and that powers down the unit for you. Lastly, underneath here we've got your isolation valves. Only turn these off if you actually need to, or you've been instructed to by our technicians or by someone that is gas registered. Otherwise, always turn it off at your gas bottle. But that really does now conclude the instructional video for you. I hope you enjoy the motorhome. I hope you enjoy our tuition, and we hope that you have lots of adventures and good times in the motorhome. Thank you.